Hey. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ron, aka Ron the Artist, coming to you live. And welcome to Ron's Recap. I'm here today to recap and review the TV show Growing Up Hip Hop LA, Season 6, Episode 30, titled Beef and Pepper. Let's get into it, guys. Let's get into it. Funny episode title. Like, who we making these bad boys up? Because whoever making the titles for Growing Up Hip Hop is hilarious. Like, please keep them employed. Set production, keep them employed because they're doing a hell of a job. Over there. All right, so let's get into it. The episode started with Sean and TT, enjoying the newly marriage life. Happy for him. I'm happy for them. They seem to be a nice couple. And they just had to get over the marriage hump. And I'm happy that you got over to the other side of the actual wedding, which was the hump. Okay, so pretty much Sean was talking TT into finally reaching out to her Aunt Pepa. It's needed. Clearly, Pepa is reaching out. She's looking for some type of reconciliation. So that's what's needed. Way to go to TT for that. Way to go to Sean for embracing that and getting on her about that. Honestly, because that feud has gone on way too long between Pepa and TT and Egypt and TT. Like, it seems very dragged on. I get that there was definitely some shady business that's went on, some lack of communication. And due to that stemming from Egypt and TT, Pepa kind of backed Egypt on it and didn't put her in her place if Egypt was just wrong and out of line and out of place. And that's where he got brought to her. You got to know when to check people. You got to know when to check your people, at least behind closed doors. If they're wrong, they're wrong. They're out of line, they're out of line. Like, especially these are your family members, your close family members. So if y'all quote unquote are as close as they keep saying like they are and portraying they are, keep that a wrap. Make sure that there's no funky business going on in that freaking circle. So my advice to Pepa, if that's what it boils down to. On to next, Brianna and Chris, her new love interest. I'm happy for her. She deserves it. She deserves it. As I said previously, she's been through a lot. And I'm happy to see her in this space. The catch is, it's Pepa's nephew, Egypt's cousin, and TT's cousin. And 2 out of 3 of them people she has beef with. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, next up, JoJo and Denise. JoJo set up a nice little romantic dinner with roses for the two of them. It was romantic, and they were finally able to have a breakthrough and really get somewhere with the communication or conversation that they seem to kind of keep clashing with, Like, they were having a breakthrough moment with that. They were finally able to get that. And, emotions were expressed. But I feel like JoJo didn't really want to get vulnerable on camera as, Denise did. Denise, let it all out. Like, she apologized for it, and he apologized as well for, whatever parts he may have had. But I feel like, screw the cameras at this point, bro. Like, you are with your wife. This is a moment of reconciliation, of really trying to repair what's going on. Screw the cameras. Go ahead and let it all out. And just pray that they edit it somehow, some way later. So, yeah, again, it just seemed like communication was the root of their marital issues. Like, Denise, probably was, again, as she keeps saying, she was going through something, mentally and physically that she didn't quite want to discuss with JoJo, and that minor issue, or an issue, I'm not going to say minor, but an issue that probably wasn't, started off kind of small, ended up being something so much bigger due to the lack of communication and cooperation with what's going on with her to JoJo, her husband. And, that's a union, what a union is about, a marriage. Like, you got somebody there with you every step of the way, That's what I admire about marriage, at least. Like, you have someone with you every step of the way. Like, there's no going through anything alone. Even though you may feel like that, there's no going through anything alone because there's somebody there that you said vows to. There's somebody there that put a ring on your finger, or you put a ring on their finger. Somebody there, and you got to respect and love that about marriage. Okay, so pretty much, I'm just going to keep saying it, like, I keep saying this in my vlogs, but I truly wish them peace, happiness, and love. Like, they deserve it. I wish them peace, happiness, and love in their marriage. Again, they clearly love each other. Otherwise, we wouldn't keep seeing them together. We are seeing them trying, and we're not seeing, like, hate and, like, just misery. That's a difference, too. We're not seeing hate and misery and constant arguing and fighting. We're seeing, yes, some miscommunications, some disagreements, but nothing too sporadic and major. So that's good signs that it could be fixed, I'm assuming. I'm no counselor, I'm no doctor, but I'm hoping and praying that it can be fixed, and I'm sure it can be. I hope they do. I hope they do. Next up, TT, her mom, and Pepa having a sit down. The way Pepa came in that scene, coming down the stairs, like, oh, I love my fans. Pepa. Doing too much. TT was like, oh, there she is. But okay. To the sit down. They finally get to the root of the beef. Ultimately, it sounds like, again, lack of communication. Again, within another relationship. Lack of communication. More so on Pepa and Egypt's end. And all I'll do is want them to fix it. Fix it. Like, TT was brought on the show by Egypt and Pepa. So it was only right that they kind of still at least get some type of scenes together and be in some type of harmony and unity. Because they once upon a time were at that point. So, again, I wish them well. I wish them the best with that. I hope they fix it. Like, thoroughly fix it. Next up, Eric and his wife and the kids went to go play some sports. Athletic sports. And Eric doing a little bet in there. Whoever does the best get $100. I know as a kid, that always got me going. Woo, woo, woo. What, money? Oh, all right, let me get... Woo, woo. Competitiveness is on and popping. Meanwhile, in the midst of that, him and his wife were discussing the upcoming event that he was going to have and who was to be invited. Because, of course, folks are still feeling some kind of way about them not being invited to TT's wedding, and arguments and fights that have taken place between some of the cast members, and just a lot. And it's a valid point to, like, discuss, like, who is going to be there, who's going to be doing what, like, who's going to be saying what, because there's issues in the collective. So, fix it. All right, so next up, Eric met up with Bone Thugs and Harmony as they prepare for a show with a tribute to Eazy-E. And, what was it? The chick, the daughter from Casey and JoJo, she popped up in there, she slid in there to chop it up with Lazy Bone and Eric. She chopped it up with Eric in the studio about his event and squashing things with Denise. Meanwhile, staying out of the way of the drama with the others. Honestly, some of this drama is slightly entertainment, but some of it feels very staged, or like, maybe staged is the wrong word. It just feels like people are really reaching for drama. like drama. This show, actually, once upon a time, it didn't really consist of drama like that. Like, yeah, it had arguments or like disputes, but the level it's gotten to this season were like full-blown security all around and fights and people trying to get over people and get over security to hit the next person and get in each other's face. It's feeling very love and hip-hop-ish, and it did not used to be that. I just like to put that out in the universe. Okay, so again, I feel like the drama is very elaborated. Extra. The drama will be petty between these cast members. Like, there's one thing between family members. There's one thing between family members, because that's probably real authentic. That's probably authentic. Maybe a few of them are being dramatic and dragging it on, but that's not probably for a storyline. And it's another thing between somebody else's marriage. But the drama between these cast members, it ain't even no drama for real. It ain't even about nothing on top of nothing. And just let it go, y'all. Let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Okay, so on to Brianna and Chris. You know, Chris already made her promise, like, to show up to Pepa's mother's 94th birthday or 97th birthday. Yeah, so Pepa was there. Probably Egypt was to be there. Of course, TT was going to be there. It was just possibilities of folks being there. You know, folks being there, and he made a promise to do that, and he let it be known, like, we gonna have to squash this, Bree. Like, if you trying to rock it out with me, you can be beefed out with other family members. And that's valid. That's valid. That's valid. And honestly, yeah, Brianna have issues with Pepa and Egypt, but it's not real deep where it can be fixed. Yeah, there was disagreements. Yeah, Brianna has said some things probably that weren't liked, but she didn't try to fight nobody. She didn't really come for nobody's neck like some of the other girls that are doing on this season. I'm just saying. Okay, so Brianna and Chris showed up to Pepa's mother's B-Day dinner, or get together, or cookout, whatever you want to call it. Shebang. It was lit. You know, shocking both TT and Pepa with them being together, especially Pepa, considering the past issues with her and Brianna. Like, awkward. You know, but Chris is super determined, you know, to make sure that gets squashed and to get Brianna to talk to Pepa, which eventually worked. You know, that's his family, so it had to be fixed, as I previously said. It had to be fixed. Brianna and Pepa hugged it out at the end, and it was over, thankfully. Although Brianna hasn't still had a conversation with Egypt and Sam, which I think that was the root of that. The Pepa situation in Brianna, I think, was more so Pepa defending her daughter, Egypt. And Egypt was defending the things Brianna said about her relationship or marriage with Sam. So again, one down, pretty much two more to go, Brianna. Pretty much two more to go out of that group. But it worked. You know, Chris's effort worked, so he's probably going to keep pushing that until it's completely dissolved. Lastly, apparently, you know, Egypt couldn't come to the party due to her not being vaccinated. Real. Definitely in their senior citizens and elderly people there, you got to be vaccinated around them. But she was able to FaceTime, you know, the family and said hello and greetings to everybody. But due to TT and Egypt still having unresolved issues, TT felt the need to not make an initiative on that FaceTime call. And of course, Pepa noticed and gave a nice little side eye on it. I just hope whatever the issue is between them, it gets dissolved. Like, it's gotta be deep. Like, it gotta be more than what's being televised, because I'm feeling like it's not so big, but obviously it's big to them, or at least it's the biggest it's ever been, to the point where that girl really did not invite them to her wedding, and something serious, and she must feel really deep about that something's really off and things have changed and it's not the same. So things need to be fixed. They need to be fixed. They need to be fixed. So I just hope they fix it. I wish them well. I wish TT, Egypt, Pepa all well, get their family together, their union, fix it, because it was introduced to us in a lovely manner, and I'd like for it to remain that way. You'll have your spat, but it's been going on for a minute, and I would like to see when the conversation of Egypt and TT is going to take place. Probably going to be later on in the season, but I'd like to see it. I'd like to see it. I'd like to see it. So that's all I got for you guys this week, guys. That's all I got for you guys this week. Until next time, it's your boy Ron, a.k.a. Ron the Artist, coming to you live. If you're watching this with me right now, we are live on Instagram. If you're watching this on YouTube, this is pre-recorded and taken from Instagram. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe, like, share, comment on the video. Let's talk about the review. Let's talk about the recap. What did you think about it? How did I do? What did you think about the episode? Let's talk about the drama. Whatever is going on, let's talk about it. Same applies to Instagram. Let's talk about the recap review. Let's talk about the episode. Follow me. Subscribe, like, share. Until next time it is, guys. Peace.